Hey everyone, welcome back to Uncensored 911. Today's video episode is going to be about a little girl on the other end of a 911 call, and her name is Lisa Floyd. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the front story, and we're going to listen to her 911 call, and then I'm going to tell you about who she is today. Okay. During this call, she is in tears as she begs the dispatcher to send the police because her stepfather is beating her mother. Everything she says is horrifying to listen to, so I want you to be aware of the trigger warnings, okay? And you can really feel what she's actually feeling at that moment. You can feel it in her words, in her cries, everything, okay? Now, fortunately for her, this was not the end of Lisa's story, though, like many stories, things got worse before they got better. Lisa vaguely remembers signing over the rights to this 911 call, but she had no idea that this tape would be used to educate people about the effects of DV on children. Even with years between her and the incident, which occurred in 1991, Lisa is still not able to talk about the call and relive the events of that night. She does wonder why this particular recording has gotten so famous. She said that she called the police hundreds of times when she was a young girl, and she also remembers CPS workers coming to her house at least 20 or so times. She and her siblings were never taken away. When she was younger, she didn't want to be taken away from her mom, and she was glad that they were never taken away. But now, when she looks back, she wishes that they were taken away. And because of Lisa's bravery, there was now something called the Lisa Project. It was a 3-month expedition in San Bernardino County that raised awareness of this issue. The first steps that could be taken into telling the secrets, if you know what I'm talking about, breaking the cycles, and ending child abuse. Now, let's listen to Lisa's call, but please be aware of the trigger warnings.
San Diego emergency. What's the San Diego emergency?
My mommy and Daddy are having a fight.
Is he hitting her?
What? I'm talking to the police, Mommy. Stop it! Mommy! Stop it! Don't take the baby! Stop it! You're gonna hurt the baby! Stop it! Could you just send the police, please?
Okay, we're gonna be there. Who's taking your baby?
Stop it! No! Oh. Drea, shut up!
Let me talk to you. Where's your mom?
What?
What's going on?
They're having a fight because this has been going on forever and ever. They always have this because he has a cousin. He's always drinking beer and getting drunk. And Mom.
What's his name? What is his name? Your father's name?
Pierre.
Pierre?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
I don't know, but I think his
Is
name.
he white, black, or Hispanic?
He's black.
He's your father?
He's my stepfather.
Okay, how old is he?
I don't know.
Does he have any weapons?
No. But he's hurting Mommy.
How's he hurting her?
You made his Mommy.
Okay, don't Don't cry. We're going to send the police.
Okay.
Okay, now where's your mother at right now?
She's in the room fighting with us.
Does you have a little baby sister?
No, I got baby brother.
Is he trying to take your
He's a
baby brother?
newborn baby.
And he's trying to take your baby?
Yeah, because Mama's not drunk. He thinks he's drunk because he can't say nothing because he's drunk. My daddy's drunk.
Are they in a room fighting? Where are they at now?
They're in the room still.
They're in the bedroom?
Yeah, I don't want him to do nothing strange with the baby because if they drop, he's a newborn baby. He's very delicate.
What do you mean do anything strange? What do you think he's going to do to your baby?
I think he's going to take the baby and do something because he's drunk. He might not see the baby and go off without the baby if he takes it.
How old are you?
I'm 6 and my little sister's 4.
You're 6-year-old? You're 6?
Yeah, and I'm in first grade. My sister's in kindergarten.
Okay, what is your name? What is your name?
Lisa. My sister's name is Drea. Excuse me.
You only... Okay.
Okay, could you just send the police?
Yeah, they're on their way, but I'm going to keep you on the line until they get there, okay? Is your front door open?
Oh, no.
Can you go unlock it and come back to the phone so the officers can get in?
Just wait, please.
Okay.
He just knocked my sister out.
What sister did he knock out?
My little sister.
Your
The 4-year-old.
What do you mean he knocked her off?
He pushed her down on the floor. And she cried. I wish she would stop doing this. Ever since she had him, Pierre just slapped Mommy.
Which room are they in?
My mom's name is Cindy.
Okay, which room are they in?
They're in, that room.
They're in the back room or the bedroom?
The back. Oh my God!
What's the matter?
Something happened! Just leave me, please! Wait, I want to go see what happened, please!
Okay, the police are on their way, okay? Hello? Lisa?
My stepdaddy's got the baby now.
He has the baby now. Where is he at now?
What?
Lisa, where is he at right now? Is he
He's
still in the
still
house?
in the room and got the baby.
Okay.
And he made some red marks on Mama's, Mama's neck.
He did what?
He made some red marks on Mama's.
Where did he make the red marks on with her neck?
On her neck. On the right side. Very dark. Okay, my mom's going outside. Mama, go! The police are coming.
Is your mother?
Mommy!
Hello? Shit.
Hello?
Hello, Lisa? Who hung up the phone?
My daddy did. He just didn't want to get arrested because he's drunk. He's got the baby and now he's in the living room now. My mom shut the door and locked it. I don't know why. They're arguing. Put the baby down, BM.
Lisa?
What?
Okay.
I can't. Please don't.
Lisa? Let me talk to your mother.
Is this the police?
Yes, it is the police. What's going on?
Pierre officer, I'm the father of the baby. I have not heard anybody in this house.
Why is that child screaming that way if you haven't heard anybody? Let me talk to her mother
always
now.
acts fanatical.
Let me talk to her mother right now.
Okay, here's her mother.
Put the baby down, please.
No.
Hello. Okay, what's up? What's going on there?
He's drunk and he's got my little 3-week-old and he wants to
even shit, and if I say anything, he's gonna leave with the baby. Does he live with you? No. Stop it. What's he doing to her now? Nothing. The kids are just upset. Those kids are more than upset. Why? They're screaming because they're upset. They're scared because that man's acting that fool in your house. They're scared because me and Pierre are fighting. Does he have any weapons? No, he doesn't.
I ain't never had a chance to when I'm whooping myself.
Have you been drinking also? No. What is your name? Cindy Floyd.
And I mean that. You come back out of that room, I'm going to beat your ass.
Honey, the baby's head.
Go. I mean
it. Where's the kids at now? One's right here next to me, and the other one's in a room. He's not, honey. Just be quiet, okay? Come here. How many kids you have in your house? 3. What's he doing to those children? Nothing. He's sitting on the couch now, and he's got the baby, but he's drunk, and he's not paying attention to what he's doing. And and when I had the baby in my hands, he was grabbing him real hard, so I had to let him have it. Because I didn't want him to hurt the baby. Okay, where's your 4-year-old daughter at? She's in the bedroom. I don't know what he's going to do now. Yeah, leave her alone.
You better give her ass a bed.
They're scared, Pierre.
What?
They're scared.
Scared of what?
You! You're going to drop.
Freaking out because you act you so insecure.
Stop it, Drea.
You fanatical because you don't know how to handle a simple conversation. Listen to her. Listen to her.
Now, there's no weapons in the house, right? No. Okay, are you on, what is your address there? 7980 Linda Vista Road. Are you in apartment 44? Yes. Does he have a car? He's going to leave with the baby. I don't have time for this shit. He's going to leave. He's going to be gone. What kind of car is he? He doesn't have one.
From her mama. I'm not.
Now, will you please give me the baby?
Why?
Because I...
So you fucking drunk and faggot and acting off? You fucking drunk.
The police are on their way now. Thank you. Is your door unlocked? No, I'll unlock it now. Okay, go ahead and unlock it. All right. All right. Bye. Bye.
Okay, so this is who Lisa is today. Okay, this is her words verbatim. This is my story. You may read it and wonder about the woman who wrote it. You may wonder who she is and where she lives. Is she the woman sitting next to you in church? Is she the woman laughing in the car with her children? Is she the woman standing next to the man who torments her life, all with a smile on her face? When I walked through the door at New Leaf Resources, I did not know how it would change my life. All I knew was that the pain I lived in had become too big for me to bear alone anymore. I reached out so I could live again. I had no idea what that would mean. I had so many butterflies in my stomach that first day. Would they believe me? Would I be safe here? Could they help me? I told my story. I had been married to my husband for almost 10 years. He drinks a little, actually a lot. He won't admit he has a problem. He can be very mean sometimes. And when he comes home, he's drunk. He almost crazy with anger towards me. He'll wake me up at 3 a.m. just to yell at me and throw things at me. He doesn't ever really hit me. He just scares me. And I'm not sure this abuse is abuse because it only happens when he's drinking. He never really hits me. At least I'm not going to tell you that yet because I'm not really sure you are safe. He tells me all the time that he does not abuse me. I don't know what to do. It's getting really bad. And lately, my little boy, I have 2 children, hits me when he gets mad. My husband yells at him for it, but I want to scream at him, why? He does exactly what you taught him to do. My little girl is so scared of her dad, she won't even go to him, and it kills me. I don't know what to do. He thinks I'm here to fix our marriage. I don't even know what I can do to make it better. That day, my eyes were open. When, after my confession, my therapist handed me a sheet, it said, "What is abuse?" Then it listed physical, emotional, verbal, spiritual, sexual signs of abuse. I wept as I read what I could not deny anymore, although I would try many times after that. At that moment, it was as plain as black and white. I left empowered. What I knew in my heart of hearts to be true was, so now what? You're probably thinking, you're leaving, right? I wish. Like most abused women, I lived the cycle of abuse with him. As sick as it may sound, it was my normal. I struggled to believe that I was abused, yet could not deny it. I would go to therapy, off and on at times, struggling with that truth. But one day, the truth of my abuse caused my life to change. Instead of being awakened at 3 a.m., my husband came home drunk at 7 p.m., and that night, my children were still awake. We began to fight while he called me names. He began throwing things at me. I put my 3 and 6-year-olds in bed, pleaded with them to stay there, and that I would be right back. He followed me from room to room while I tried to diffuse this anger and rage. As he started throwing things, my 6-year-old yelled, "Please, Mom, don't let him break any of my toys." And I yelled back, "Okay, baby, just stay in your room." I heard my 3-year-old crying, and the terror I felt was encompassing and overwhelming. My 6-year-old begged me to leave, but I couldn't. My husband began throwing my clothes out of the house and telling me to leave. He told me I came with nothing and I will leave with nothing. And when he put his hands around my throat, I thought, God, don't let this be it. There are 2 little kids in the next room who can't see this. And finally, he let go. I ran into the bathroom with the phone and I called 911. I told the operator on the other end what had happened, but explained to her that it wasn't really that bad. I was just scared. And he would just pass out and go to bed. Now I hear you. Crazy, right? But remember, it's a cycle. The police came, but no charges were filed. Something stuck with me that night. This abuse that I had endured for so long wasn't just affecting us. It was being inflicted upon my children. I tried to protect them for so long from his rage, but that night I couldn't protect them, and I knew I had to leave. I knew my kids deserved better than this. I started my new job 2 weeks after that fight. I got the job so I could leave with money in my pocket and my children next to me. It took me almost a year from that point to leave my abuser. Standing up to someone who for so long has stood on top of you takes an amazing amount of strength. I went to court, I got an order of protection, and with the help of my friends and my family, we left. We could breathe for the first time in years. I will never forget that day that changed our lives. The battle to leave him was not over, for he would call constantly, manipulating me as well as our children. I was encouraged, nurtured, and strengthened by my therapist. I would recall the nights of abuse, nights of gut-wrenching sobs, of a pain that engulfed my soul. I was encouraged to journal through my pain. I found a release there, as if when I put down on paper, it would go away. God is ever present in all of my journaling. When no one knew what was going on in my home, When no one could hear my cries or fix my hurts, I felt and called on God's comfort. Growing up in a Christian home, I was always told that God is there. He is always here and He sees everything. I would rely on that constantly. He was my solace in those nights. I would call on Him to strengthen me to fight for my freedom from my marriage. He answered and guided me in so many ways. There are too many to write down, but for those who read this and are living it, if you believe only one thing, let it be this: that God can hear you, He can see you, He is holding you, and you can leave. I left for my kids, not for myself. I left because my husband was changing them. I realize now I gave myself the greatest gift, which is self-love. For if you love yourself, there is no man or woman who can take that from you. After leaving, it took me another year to tell him that I was really not coming back and that I intended to divorce him. During that time, I continued to become stronger and loved myself through all those who abused me before my husband, and I have struggled to love myself from that time that I was a child. Love to me was pain. It was verbal, emotional, and physical abuse. Love was not unconditional. It was conditioned by what you did or how you acted. I left all that behind and became a woman who could dream out loud and who released those who caused me pain, for they, too, have their own burdens to bear. And now I speak often at domestic violence shelters. God did not, would not, have watched me, held me, nurtured me through this pain for me to stand idly by without making a difference. I tell my story so much, I always think maybe this time I won't cry, but I always cry. I stand in the pain for that 1 minute because the blessings far outweigh that pain. I often use this analogy in my speeches. It came from one of my journal entries. I cry for my children, and it hurts today and tomorrow. I cry for relief from pain, from my aching heart, a heart that loved and was tossed aside like an apple. The apple was so sweet and beautiful, watched and enjoyed, then painfully bitten apart till nothing was left and then tossed away. New Leaf took those seeds and were tossed aside. They nurtured them, encouraged them to grow, held them when they were strong. Wind blew, and I stand today a strong, beautiful woman producing fruit as I helped other women stand in their pain. For those who stand in this same pain, I can tell you that you will, for a while, ask, why am I attracted to a person that is no good? And how can I ache in places that I didn't even know existed? And that no matter how many new haircuts I get, how many gyms I join, how many times I go out with my girlfriends, I still go to bed wondering how I could have not seen. And after all that, however long it may be, you will meet people who make you feel worthwhile again, and little pieces of your soul will come back. What you will see is a strong, empowered woman, someone who suffered, struggled, overcame, and lived. I will leave you with this. I try to journal daily, but it usually ends up being weekly. After rereading several of my journal entries, I realized I always end up in prayer. I will share with you some of my prayers. Pray for someone you know who struggles. Pray them to give yourself strength. Remember, no matter where you are and what is going on, God is there. He is holding you. He cannot control the bad things that happen in life, but He can hold you in your storm. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to use the gifts I have to encourage someone who lives with the consuming pain of abuse, an abuse I will never forget. Allow them to see that there is a way out of a life beyond the pain. Grant me the courage to face the many challenges ahead of me this week. Grant me the courage to love myself and know that I am the most beautiful of creations. For I am yours. I am loved. If by no one else but you, I was created by you, therefore I am beautiful. I praise you, Lord, for the good works you have done in my life, for the blessings you have given me, for my children, my job, and my renewed interest in living life to the fullest. I praise for you, sunny, wind, hope filled days. Lisa is a 35-year-old mother of two and a domestic abuse survivor. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going through what Lisa went through and is still struggling with, know that you are not alone. There is help available. And if you ever need someone to talk to, please reach out to me. I'm always available. Okay? I will listen to everything that you have to say. Okay? You have a wonderful and blessed day.